Well, some of us have already gotten our W-2s and it's been in the news. Tax time could be especially frustrating this year. So today we're looking at a few ways to make the process as painless as possible. Our good friend Nicole Middendorf from Prosperwell Financial joins us this morning, has some things to think about. Good morning, Nicole.
Good morning.
Great to have you. Thank you for waking up at 8:17 to talk taxes with us, although I suppose that's probably enjoyable for you. First, we're going to talk about a Roth IRA and maxing out your Roth and traditional IRA for 21 and 2022.
Yes, you still have until April 15th to add to a Roth or a traditional IRA for last year. So if you need a deduction, that's still where you can get one, even though last year is already over with. So if you're under 50, you're able to do $6,000. If you're 50 or older, you're able to do $7,000. And you can add either that $6,000 or $7,000 into either the Roth or the traditional IRA. So the traditional IRA would possibly get you a deduction still for last year, whereas the Roth, most people choose the Roth IRA. It's actually the preferred one because anything that you earn in that Roth IRA, you don't pay taxes on later on. So you still have until April 15th to add for last year, even though last year's over with.
Why is a Roth IRA a good idea for kids as well?
Well, so if your kids are working, and let's say they just worked in the summer and made $1,000, you can put $1,000 for them in the Roth IRA. Anything that they earn in that, they don't pay taxes. And again, they can take that money out tax-free for their first home purchase, tax-free for higher education, or they can save it in there and use it for the retirement. And I know you and I, we're not young anymore, but the earlier you start, the easier it is. It's such an easy, super way to make help your kid become a millionaire.
Which is really important and getting them started early in that process. Another tip you say is have liquid money, and that's not actual liquid, but cash on hand, right?
Right. Especially in this environment, you want to make sure that you have more access to more funds, just because where interest rates are, where the market is, everything that's happening, and just the volatility and the instability. So the important thing also, if you do your taxes and you owe money, you need to make sure that you have liquid dollars set aside to pay that. So in general, any wealth advisor, we're going to tell you want to have 3 to 6 months of expenses at a minimum set aside in liquid money. And that doesn't just mean in your pocket. Ideally, it's in a money market account and an insured money market account.
I like this next tip. Don't expect a refund. And I learned this the last couple of years where you have all the deductions, the maximum amount taken out, and then you get a little bit back, but you kind of want to break even, right?
Absolutely. If you're getting a big refund or any kind of refund, that's not a good thing. People brag about that, and it's not. It's not a good thing. What you've done is you've given your money, your hard-earned money, to the government all year, and they're not paying you for those dollars. Yeah. And so you want to make sure that you change your withholding, because ideal world is that you pay in $1 or you get $1 back, that you get as close as you possibly can to break even. You want to make sure that you have the money every single month so that you're not going into credit card debt, or that you're maxing out your Roth IRA every month, that you're utilizing your dollars rather than giving them to the government and then waiting, especially now, it's going to take a lot longer to get that money back.
You say file early, which is kind of a no-brainer, but why is filing online better than traditional mail?
So filing online, those are going to be looked at first from the IRS, and they're backed up. And so they're saying file early and file online. It's kind of this catch-22 though, because you need to wait. If you have investments, 1099s, those generally are mailed out by February 15th and March 15th. So you may have to wait for some of your tax documents to come. But if you have a kid, or if you just have W-2 earned income, file online and file early, especially if you're waiting for that refund.
Nicole, thanks as always for your great tips and pointers. We appreciate you having you on this morning.
Of course. Thanks so much.
We have Nicole's tips and a link to Prosperwell Financial on KARE11.com.